Chapter 3 Taken by Monkeys. Mowgli met the monkeys in the jungle. They gave him nuts and berries to eat, and they promised him to be their leader one day. Both Bagheera and Baloo knew the monkeys were troublemakers. They have no law. They wanted Mowgli for their leader to make the other animals jealous. One day, they followed Bagheera and Baloo in the jungle with Mowgli. Bagheera and Baloo lay down to sleep with Mowgli between them. Suddenly, the monkeys grabbed the sleeping boy and took him very high into the top of the trees. The monkeys were very proud of themselves for stealing Mowgli, and very pleased when they saw the look on Bagheera's face. Bagheera woke all the jungle with his angry cries, and Baloo woke all the jungle with his angry cries, and Bagheera jumped high into the nearest tree, but the monkeys moved very fast. At first, it was exciting for Mowgli to see the miles and the miles across the jungle. But soon, he grew angry. He started to think about how to escape and get back to Baloo and Bagheera. He looked up and saw Shell, the eagle, flying high. Mowgli started to use his mind, and he said the master words for Shell. We are of the same blood, you and I. He told Shell that the monkeys have stolen me. Watch the way they take me and tell Baloo and Bagheera. Shell nodded his head to show that he understood, and he flew to tell Baloo and Bagheera about the place where can they find Mowgli. Baloo was always ready for action. That means he was ready to fight. But Bagheera always used his head. But finally, it was Baloo who had the answer. I have got the idea, he said. What a stupid pair I am. The monkeys are afraid of Kaa, the rock snake. He can climb as well as they can. He steals the baby monkeys at night. Let's go to Kaa and ask him to help to get Mowgli back. Kaa was a python, not a poisonous snake. His strength was in his huge body, not in his teeth. Baloo and Bagheera found him relaxing on a rock on the warm sun, looking at his beautiful new skin, which always took 10 days to change. The great python was doing fantastic twists and turns with his long body. Baloo knew that Kaa was thinking of his next meal. That means he is hungry. So he warned Bagheera to be careful. He hasn't eaten, and that's good. They told Kaa that they have good hunting for him. Okay, and then Kaa decided to go with Bagheera and Baloo. And he said, I usually wait for days on the path, and the branch of the trees are not always strong. I nearly fell last time. The monkeys woke up and called me names. Bagheera took this chance to tell Kaa all the terrible things the monkeys said about him. Chapter 3 Taken by Monkeys. The new characters: Shell, the eagle, Kaa, the rock snake. Answer the following question. What did the monkeys do with Mowgli, and what did they give him? The monkeys met Mowgli in the jungle. They gave him nuts and berries to eat. What did the monkeys promise Mowgli, and did they keep their promise? The monkeys promised Mowgli to make him their leader one day. They didn't keep their promise. They lied. What did the monkeys do as Bagheera and Baloo fell asleep? As Bagheera and Baloo fell asleep, the monkeys grabbed Mowgli. They stole him. They took him away on the top of the trees and ran away. What did Baloo and Bagheera do when they noticed that the monkeys steal Mowgli? When Baloo and Bagheera noticed that the monkeys steal Mowgli, Baloo woke all the jungle with his angry cries, and Bagheera jumped high to the nearest tree. Question number 5. Tell me about Kaa. Who is Kaa? Kaa is the rock snake. He was a python, not a poison snake. His strength was in his body, not in his teeth. He can climb as well as the monkeys. He steals the baby monkeys at night. Monkeys are afraid of him. The quotation, they have never go far, my friend. Chell said that to Mowgli. When Mowgli asked Chell to help him after the monkeys have stolen him. He is old and clever. Above all, he is always hungry. We can get him to help if we promise him many goats. Baloo said that to Bagheera when they decide to ask Kaa to help them to get the Mowgli back from the monkeys. The monkeys gave Mowgli nuts and berries to eat and said that he was their brother and promised to make him their leader one day. The monkeys wanted Mowgli for their leader to make other animals in the jungle jealous. Baloo was always ready for action. Bagheera always used his head. The monkeys are afraid of Kaa, the rock snake. He can climb as well as they can. Baloo and Bagheera found Kaa relaxing on the rock in the warm sun, looking at his beautiful new skin, which always took 10 days to change.